Hello, hello, and welcome back to my 2026 Journalathon. Every day this week, I'm making a different video of different spreads I'm making in my book journal for 2026. Yesterday, I made my contact information page and my title page, which was very simple, very easy video. But today, we are going to be making my reading goals page and my star rating guide, as well as my guiding questions. As usual, my journal is going to have a pretty pink and neutrals theme to it. So since I had a lot of my neutrals on the last page, I wanted to make sure I had some pink going into my journal here. So I'm using these little scrap papers to add some paper, and then I'll add all my details on top of that. A little out of frame, but I'm just adding more of these frame stickers to the corner of this page. I was going to start putting my label with my markers, but I realized I wasn't feeling quite finished with the design of this page, so I added this washi tape. I wanted a little bit more pink design. I really am happy with all of the pink on this page. I think it really shows up well. I needed to move that washi tape. I moved up there, but I cut it around this sticker so it would look a little bit more natural down there, but I wanted them to tie each other into this design. So now I can go in with my title. Sometimes my titles can feel a little plain to me, and it doesn't feel like it connects well with the rest of the page because it's the only part in the marker, so I like to add these little sparkles or other little details around in the same marker. And then for my second page here, this is going to be my star rating guide. I don't usually make this page in my journal, but I do think it would be helpful to me to circle back on later on to know why I rated books the way I did. Now moving on to another new thing in my book journal, which is going to be my guiding questions. Basically what I'm doing here is giving myself a guideline for how to write my reviews. Only for when I'm running out of things to say about a book, I'll look at this and see some things that might help me fill out that page. There's not a lot of space on this cutout page I made for it, so I don't want to over design it, but I'm going to add a little bit of personality to it and then move on to writing my questions. I'm going with a different look here where instead of outlining the entire title, I'm just kind of creating a shadow by only writing on the right side of it and underneath. It looks pretty nice when I do this. I just think it uses a little bit too much of my brain power. I know it probably shouldn't, but it does take some work for me. I'm just going to go in with my pen here and write down some different questions to help me. So things about plot or characters or the theme, lots of different questions here. I try to use this ruler to keep my writing straight, but I felt like it was actually hindering me more than it was helping me to keep it straight. So I just ended up not doing that for the rest of it. And here's today's finished product. Ignore the placeholder ideas for my goals and rating guide, but there's that.
And that's how I made this little guiding questions thing. I wanted it removable so that way I can take it out when I am reviewing a book in my other book journal, just to guide me through things that I can say about the book. Sometimes, like, I'm really into a book, but then I'm not thinking critically about it, so I don't have a lot to say. I just kind of gush about the characters and things like that, which is totally fine, and I'm happy with those reviews as well. But sometimes I run out of things to say, and so I wanted a little guiding questions thing to give me a little bit more prompts into what I can write about in my reviews. And so I think this was really good. It's a new addition for me this year, so I've never done this before. But I like how it turned out, and I'm hoping I get good use out of it. And that's all I'm going to show you today. I did sketch out what I think I want my 2026 goals and my rating guide to be. But since it's still a little early in 2025, I still have a few months left. I wanted to give myself time to think it over. Things might change. I might have a new interest by then. So I wanted to leave that space blank until a little bit closer, where I will then write in my goals and my rating guide in actual ink. But for now, I have it on these little sticky notes. I think these pages turned out so pretty. I really love how they turned out. These might be my favorite in my journal so far. I mean, obviously we haven't gotten that far, but I think they're really nice. So this was fun. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more bookish content. And join me tomorrow where we are going to make more pages in my 2026 book journal. Until next time, happy reading.